the front line of truth, where courage meets convictions. This is The Conservative Viewpoint.
Welcome to The Conservative Viewpoint, the podcast that cuts through the noise and brings you the truth about what's really happening in our world. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. And tonight, we have a packed show. We're going to dive into the real reason behind the FBI's raid to President Trump's Mar-a-Lago home, a move that rightfully sent shockwaves across the country. Was it about classified documents, or was it something far more sinister? You be the judge. Then we'll get you up to speed on the latest developments on the long-running Russia hoax. It's a story that has been unraveling for years, and now there are new reports that shine a light on the alleged origins of this political witch hunt. We'll break down the new information that's coming to light and what it means for the people who push this narrative. They're far too long. And closer to home, the Texas Democrats, oh yeah, who fled the state to block the vote on a new congressional map, now have arrest warrants on their heads. Isn't that awesome? They thought they could run from their duties, but yesterday, the law is catching up to them. We'll tell you what's happening on the ground and what that means for the future of the Texas legislature. But first, let's take a look at what happened on this day in political history. On August the 5th, 1964, President Lyndon B. Johnson presented the Gulf of Tonkin resolution to Congress, which served as a principal constitutional authority for the subsequent vast escalation of the United States military involvement in the Vietnam War. I have this and so much more on tonight's show, so stay with us because the show begins now. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to this Tuesday night. I've been so busy. I've been packed. I got in late trying to get things caught up. Tomorrow's going to be worse. I just got a new problem I have to handle tomorrow. I got to take the new car that we just bought back to the dealership. There's scratches all over this car. And it's like a purple, plum crazy purple. Oh my God, you should see the scratches and all the stuff where the manufacturer put tape on. There's still glue from that tape that they ripped off, the protecting tape they put on new cars. Oh yeah, all over the car. And then we found a bunch of scratches on the hood, the sides, everywhere, scratches. So they're supposed to buff it out tomorrow. Then I got to get home and I got to go change the hot water tank out of my in-laws' house. For some reason, their hot water tank superheated tonight. So it must be the thermostat is shorting out, or one of the thermostats is shorting out, and it's constantly heating. It's superheated, about burned my hand off when I turned the water on. And I thought my in-laws were just losing their minds or something. Oh, hell no. That son of a bitch was super hot. So we had to shut the breaker off on that. So they don't get burned themselves. So I got to do that, try to get the shed up, get the car done, and everything. That's going to be a tough one. We'll see what happens, guys. But welcome to the show, everyone. Enough of my problems. No, it isn't. Here we go. I got a good one for you here. A 3-day haul from my chickens. Here it is. Look at this. There it is. Look at that. That's 3 days worth of chicken right there, boy. Look at those. I don't know which ones are doing it, but there they are. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. We got two bluish green ones right there. The rest are tan. Yeah, I don't know where the bluish green ones are coming from. None of my chickens were supposed to have bluish green eggs. We were supposed to have tan, brown, and pink. Well, those don't look pink. But yes, that's a 3-day haul. They're coming together now. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They're very tasty too. You better believe it, by golly. All right, let's get into some shout outs here. We got Rumble over here. We got Getter up in here happening right now. Who we got over here? Let's give a shout out to Getter right now. We got Calico Crazy leading the pack in here tonight. We got Radical Right Sean. What's going on? My brother's keeper. Conrad, what's happening, guys? Beer Back Roads. Haven't seen you for a while. Welcome, man. What else we got? There's K3. Welcome, K3. And what else we got going on here? We got Sister K3 in here. We got Shell in here somewhere right there. Yeah, sir. Them some little eggs, right? Beer Back Roads. Them some little eggs. Texas John. What's happening right there, man? What is going on, everyone in Getter? And we've got Facebook, we got YouTube, we got Twitch, we got X. Got a few people in X coming in slowly but surely. We got them all breaking in here. We also got, guess what? Wimkin.com, WIMKIN.com. Please, guys, I tell you to you every day, download the app, get in there, check out our chats. You guys are going to love it in there. We got great people just like we do in Getter. We got to get more people talking to Getter. I'm averaging about 1,100 people a night. We got to get more people up and out there, Shell, right there. Yeah, that's what's going on, Shell. And we got to get more people in here to talk, guys. So get it in there, get it to talking. And guess what? We got the Wimpkin Warriors in here happening right now. Let's give them a shout out. We got Jerry Kruger breaking us off right now. Got Jerry Kruger, does podcast anytime, every time he feels like getting on there. He jumps on everywhere that you can see me, plus a bunch more. Don't even ask me to tell you them all because I can't tell you them all. He's on a bunch of them. Check out his name. Check it out. You'll find him. All right. Welcome, Jerry. Kurt. There's the first Kurt right there. And we got Lex. Lexington's in the house. What's going on, Lex? I got to put my glasses on. Big Law. There's Big Law, everyone. Tell Big Law hi, everyone. She's awesome. All right. We got Tim. Tim, welcome, Tim. Colin from Scotland. Right there he is. Welcome, Colin. Mark, UK, another UK guy. Gotta love these guys, man. They get in there almost every single night from the UK, and they are like 6 hours ahead of us. Aren't they awesome? They are awesome guys right there. So welcome to the show, everyone. We got John M in the house too. Thank you guys for tuning in on this Tuesday night. We got a lot going on, guys. Man, I'm telling you what, a ton of stuff going on. I added a lot of stuff. We're going to see what's happening here. Let me go over here real quick. We got Violent Vixen NX over there. Guys, if you haven't watched it, she put on a great show today. I only got to see about an hour of it because I've been so busy trying to get home and get in there and get down to the studio and everything. It's so busy. So I only can, but it was a great show for the hour that I get to see. She starts at 7 p.m. You guys can see me. You can see her. Violent Vixen 29. Check out Rebel Chick What It Calls, guys. Don't miss it. Great show. Great information. You guys don't want to miss it. Okay? All right. Here we go, guys. We're going to get busy because there's a lot going on. I added more than what I had to, but I think they were very necessary. So we're going to get busy with this first one. It just came in. They broke this on the Ingram angle tonight that Senator Adam Schiff is officially under federal criminal investigation for alleged mortgage fraud violations. Guys, we've talked about this before. This piece of shit claimed he lives in Maryland as his primary residence, but he's a representative of California. How does that happen? It doesn't. It's illegal. He also claimed that he had where was the other one at? He had another house in a different. He got one, in a condominium in Burbank, California, which he also claimed was his primary residence in 2023. Also illegal. While living in Maryland, claiming that one was his primary one. Oh, yeah. In a 2011 affidavit signed by then Congressman Schiff, certified that a property in Montgomery County, Maryland is his primary residence. Bingo. Go to jail. Out of the government, falsifying paperwork to run as a California representative while having a primary residence in Maryland, living in Maryland. He should go to jail immediately. So we're going to see what happens with that. That just came out on the Ingram angle tonight. So there you go. There's that one. Now, I know Vic talked about this on here and how Britain people are pissed off. And they are fighting back, guys. Take a look.
Hundreds of people have gathered in Manchester city centre today, Saturday, for a march and rally. It's been organised by Britain First, with counter-protests also taking place. Crowds were meeting outside Manchester Piccadilly railway station before a planned march towards Manchester city centre. Large police numbers have been deployed to the scene. Counter-protests are being led by Stand Up to Racism, said the council. Images show police lines beside one of the protest groups. Manchester City Council said Greater Manchester Police has a robust operational plan in place to manage all protest activity focusing on public safety and maintaining order. The council said a number of regular protests are also expected on Saturday, adding some may occur across multiple locations in the city centre. Greater Manchester Police said in a statement, "We respect and facilitate the right to lawful protest. As ever, appropriate plans will be put in place with the organizers and local partners to minimize disruption for those who live, work, and visit our city centre." Several arrests have been made. Please subscribe and thanks for watching.
You notice how they're pretty much doing what the United States does, and they are arresting the protesters wanting to get the illegals out of their country. And that doesn't only stop with them, the Muslims and everything that are trying to take over. I feel sorry for the UK, the people of there, because of what they're having to deal with, because they got Muslims taking over. They've got that Starmer, that idiot Starmer in there, and all this, and this is what's going. But guys, guess what? They're waking up, and they are doing what they need to do. This is what it's going to take here in this country if these Republicans and Democrats don't stop their bullshit and they get this shit straight. We got a lot more going on here, so stand by. Here's one good thing that's going on. The USCIS moves to keep foreign, but the way they're saying it is upsetting me. But this is about the Olympics, and they state it this way. They move to keep foreign men out of women's sports ahead of the LA Olympics. Why are you saying foreign men? All men pretending to be women need to be out. The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services on Monday announced guidance directing the Department of Homeland Security to prevent foreign men from entering the country if they seek to participate in women's sports. That should go for everyone, not just foreigners. And if they're foreigners and they're going into the Olympics, they should be with their group, not trying to sneak into our country or drive into the country, and they not be men. They have got to be women in women's sports in the Olympics. Period. End of story. You don't like it? Tough shit. I really don't care. All right. Keep going here. Now we're going to get into a little bit of Epstein stuff. That Antifa came out to counter protest against one of the groups all masked up. As usual. Of course they did, Colin, because they're pansy-ass little bitches and they got to cover their face all the time. Our UK brothers and sisters must use their wallets to protest, as we must. It's going to take more than wallets to protest, unfortunately, there, Lex. Almost Europe is having an immigrant. Yeah, almost all of Europe is, Tim, you're right. Right, Tim. And they still have California's not banning men from women's sport. They're still holding on tough. They need arrested. They need to arrest that piece of shit governor. That's for sure. Real women fought for equal rights in 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and LGBTQ, ABCD has fucked it up. Yes, they have, Paula. You got that right. All right, what do we got here? Justice Department weighs on the release of Ghislaine Maxwell's interview. Now they're pausing it, and I could see why because of this next one. Because Ghislaine Maxwell opposes the court unsealing her grand jury transcripts because of the fact that she says it's going to screw up her appeal. Well, what I don't like about her attorney, because he says, and listen to this, Jeffrey Epstein is dead. Ghislaine Maxwell is not, her attorney wrote. Whatever interest the public may have in Epstein, that interest cannot justify a broad intrusion into a grand jury secrecy in a case where the defendant is alive, her legal options are viable, and her due process rights remain. I believe her due process rights okay. But the problem, whatever interest we have into getting pedophiles off our streets, that tops everything. I don't give two shits who the freaking attorney is, but he's a fucking idiot. Saying it does not, whatever interest the public may have in getting pedophiles out of the streets, which his client caused, brought them to them. Are you kidding me? Totally messed up. Totally. I'm going to tell you what. That just irked the hell out of me with her attorney runs his mouth like that and says that's more important than getting pedophiles off the street. Pathetic piece of shit. House committee issues a subpoena. This is great, guys. Subpoenas for Epstein files and the deposition of both Clintons. Oh, yes, guys. The department on Tuesday, which is today, files for Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking investigation to seek depositions with both Clintons, a former law enforcement officials, part of the congressional probe that lawmakers believe may show the links to President Trump and former Trump officials, and that these people made this shit up. So the Republican-controlled committee issued subpoenas for depositions with Bill and Hillary and 8 former top law enforcement officials. We'll see what happens with these come out. And we're going to hear about this coming up here in the days and weeks ahead. All right, let's keep going back down here. Let's make sure I don't miss anything. There's Johnson Balls 5 right there. He is. There's the net. I love that Marianne. I didn't see Marianne pop in there. Welcome, Marianne. Hi there, Marianne. All right, let's keep going here. Corwin takes swing at James and Schiff with new Letitia Act. I had to say it normal because I'm not talking about her. But this Letitia Act that they're trying to get through is targeting crooked politicians. The Letitia Act would create mandatory minimum sentences for public officials who commit fraud. Bingo. I have no problem with this whatsoever. But Senator John Corwin, a Republican from Texas, is set to introduce the legislation that would create a stiffer penalties on public officials who commit federal bank fraud, tax fraud, or loan and mortgage fraud. Corwin's bill comes on the heels of 2 such instances where top officials, lawmakers were hit with allegations of mortgage fraud. And that's what needs to happen. So we'll see what happens with that since it's just being introduced and it needs to be done and take most of the Democrats with them. And you'll probably find a few Republicans with them. Pleading the Fifth in Congress won't protect you from criminal charges. Exactly right, Radical Sean. Isn't that nice? Corwin is a rhino sucking ass and trashing AG Paxton. Oh, I did not know that, K3. Thank you for that. I still like the legislation, though. Get these corrupt politicians the hell out of there. But be aware of that, guys. Corwin's a rhino. We got a lot of stuff going on with Democrats in Texas here coming up soon. It's awesome. You won't want to miss it. Stand by too, guys. Here we go. Now we're going to get into the FBI raid of Mar-a-Lago, looking for files that proved Russiagate was hoax. That is the reason why they went in there. They went into Mar-a-Lago and because the real target was revealed. And Nunez pointed out to newly released documents from the official of the Director of National Intelligence, which said had been long suppressed. Among the 45-page report analyzed Russia's actual preference during the 2016 election. Evidence Nunez claims that the core premise of the Russia collusion narrative. They went in there looking for evidence that Trump could have showing the proof of Russia was a hoax. Oh, yes. Not to find any documents or anything like that, which they did not find anything that was illegal. Remember, and I did many of videos on this, guys, and all those top secret envelopes that you saw laying on top of boxes and papers on the floor and stuff were fake. The FBI brought those with them and placed them on there for photographs only. Oh, yes. These were not what they found in there. And this is the reason why they went in there and try to and did try Trump on stolen documents and stuff like he wasn't supposed to have, top secret documents. But you don't do a piece of shit Biden for having top secret documents in his garage, by his Corvette, in boxes that are just trash, or in that office at Penn University when the Chinese had keys to that office and had access to every bit of it, or when he stole money or stole documents out of the White House and gave it to his ghostwriter for this $10 million book that they paid him for. They need to stop that book. We still got to get into that too, guys, but not tonight. That's a different story. We got to see if they're going to stop that, because yes, in his garage, Lex, and they did nothing about it. But they let Chinese have access to it, that Hunter gave them the keys to the Chinese people in Penn National's office there, and let him have access to all that. Plus his ghostwriter had top secret files that Biden stole, which he was not even allowed to have. And I can't remember the room that he stole them from. It was a top secret room that no files were allowed to leave that room. And I cannot remember it off the top of my head. If you guys remember, shoot it out to me, guys. But what happened? K3 leaving? All right, dude, let's keep going so we don't miss anything. So I'm going to create a huge sign with Corin's lying ass voting record. There you go, K3. Awesome. All right, let's keep going here. If you guys remember the name of that room, hit me up with that so I can remember. I cannot remember the name of that room that they're not allowed to take documents out of. There's a special name for it. Let me look over here. Hey, Nay. Welcome in Rumble over there. All right. Let's keep going. Let me see what I got here. What was this one? Nah, we missed that one already. Delete. What is this one? Nope, we're going to get into that. I think we passed that one. Oh, here it is right here. Jobs report, Trump says, was rigged. And people are whining and crying about him firing this person that's faking job numbers. This is the same person, I think, that rigged the numbers for Joe Biden, saying he created all these hundreds of thousands of millions of jobs and did not create a single one. A skiff. Thank you, Shell. That is the name of the room where no one is allowed to take documents out of. And that was a skiff. Thank you, Shell. See, I knew somebody could do it. I knew they'd get it. But it is a skiff. And Joe Biden stole documents from the skiff and gave them to his ghostwriter. This has already been proven factual, and you idiot liberals, go look it up if you don't believe me. But he's taking them, and they need to stop that from that alone. Anyways, they're bitching and crying because he's fired that person with the rigged numbers. This goes to show everything that's been going on. They rigged the numbers, then they revamped the numbers, and they show a lower number than what it's supposed to be. And that's why he fired them. The revisions showing 250,000 fewer jobs have been created in May and June than previously reported. The Bureau gave no reason for the revised data, but noted that the monthly revisions resulted in an additional report received from businesses and government agencies since the last published estimate from recalculation of seasonal factors. So that's why they fired them. They're rigging the numbers for their own benefits, nobody else's. And this one was to make Trump look bad. As simple as that. Skip, thank you, Mark. And Tim, thank you for that. They got it too over there. What do we got over here? Becky in Facebook. Hi, Becky. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see what we got next. Oh, ICE. People are saying that the DOJ is giving them a quota to arrest every month. I would too. We need them all out. Whatever 22 million derelict criminals that the Biden administration let in, that's your quota. Get as many of those son of bitches the hell out of our country and don't let them back in. But the DOJ says, one of their attorneys said, no arrest quotas for ICE. And these people the Democrats will take anything just to be able to bitch about it. But you know why they need to do it? Because of this reason right here. We got a cowardly rider threw rocks and set fire to the ICE sub-office in Washington State. This is why they need charge. That's why they need to get as many of these son of a bitches the hell out of our country, because this is the stuff that they do. They think they can come here and ruin our country like they've done in their country. And what are they going to do? They're going to go back and they're going to commit these crimes in their country because they're criminals. That's what they do. They release their criminals from the prison to come here so they don't have to deal with them. Now it's time for us to get them the hell out of here. And on the same article, they showed 10 suspects charged in Texas ICE ambush. And they've arrested, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 women and 4 pansy-ass looking dudes. And that's good. Keep arresting them. Keep shipping them the hell out of here. They don't deserve to walk our streets. He hid those documents on him. Underwear, socks, stuff, shirt. Oh, yeah, exactly. He jocked the docs. Yes, he did. He jocked the docs there, Conrad. And Conrad got it too. He got the skiff. See, my brain was just farting away, man. I couldn't even remember that. All right, keep going here. This is why we got to get these piece of shits out of our country. Next, we've got Hillary Clinton. Hillary. Don't become friends with her. Hillary Clinton's 2016 election postmortem confirms plan to smear Trump with Russia-like intel. The U.S. intelligence community intercepted evidence that Clinton was planning to tie Trump to Russia during the 2016 campaign. The public records show that is exactly what the Clinton campaign went on to do. All this evidence, guys, why are they not doing the walk of shame yet? Exactly, Shell. They've been doing this. Yeah, Conrad said Joe has been smuggling shit out in his diaper for years. Exactly. That's funny right there, but I got to tell you that right there. But yes, all this stuff going on, guys. All this evidence. This is no different than Joe Biden and all the evidence these Republicans have about taking money from foreign governments when his brother James paid him after he got paid from China into a bank account, which they had proof. I had the checks. I had the transfer and everything. And they did nothing. Nothing happened. This is bullshit. Let's see if this is why I'm so skeptical if anything's going to happen with all this stuff that's coming out. Think Bill dies mysteriously before he testified. Yeah, I could see that happening, Conrad. Here we go. Texas lawmakers pass motion to arrest Democrats. Abbott orders Texas DPS to arrest and return every derelict House Democrat. Hallelujah. Thank the Lord right there. And you know why? You know why they're trying to get this stopped? And this is the funniest part about this, guys. And I know you guys are going to love this. And this is awesome right here. But Jasmine, the rotten crotch Crockett, did I get it right, Sean? Is in danger of losing her seat to Texas redistricting. I paused that there. Did you catch that? Oh, yeah. Redistricting. I love it. Get that hood rat the hell back to the hood where she belongs in her trailer park trash and stay there. I cannot wait to see this happen because why? Because Democrats, what happened the last time Democrats fled the state? Democrats have to try to maneuver this before. Democrats twice denied the GOP quorum in 2003 to stop Republicans' effort to redraw voting maps, and at one point leaving for Oklahoma and later for New Mexico in 2021. Democrats left the state in final days of the session over an election bill and new voting restrictions. They stayed away for 38 days. Well, guess what? This ain't happening. Abbott defended the redistricting plan as efforts to redraw the lines to better reflect voters who support Trump in the 2024 election. Gerrymandering can be done, or drawing lines can be done on the basis of political makeup, as Republican versus Democrats, and there is nothing illegal about that, Abbott said on Monday in an interview with Fox News. All these districts that are being added are districts that were won by Trump. This is the reason why they don't want it. And I'm loving every second of this. The warrants are signed, and the Rangers got him. But guess what else Paxton is doing? Some people don't like Paxton, but this part of it I love. He's seeking judicial order declaring that absent Texas Democrats have vacated their offices. Boy, I hope to God this goes through. Every one of them goes through, and I give this to Texas. They are a badass state, and they need this. They need to get this Muslim the hell out of there. They need to take back over their state and get it back to the real Texas everybody's known and loved. That's for sure. The badass Cowboys in Texas, you got to get it back, guys. All right. I hope Paxton goes through, and I hope the judges work with them and show the real legal aspects of what the Democrats have done and show them all and make them be held accountable. Oh, my God. Where are we at here? Okay, we still got time. Got a couple more here to get through. When they leave to avoid a vote, they should be made to give up their seat. Exactly, Tim. And that's what Paxton's trying to do, so we're going to see what happened. Thank you for that, Lex. I love she is a hood rat. She decides she's like Kamala Harris. She puts that fake accent on, depending on who she talks to. At least she's good at it. Kamala Harris sucked. I'm not going there, but the knee pads tells it all. But anyways, at least she's good. She talks like a hood rat when she's talking about hood, but whenever she talks like a little white woman. Oh yeah, so it's funny as shit. So talking about little white women, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I think she's turning rhino, everyone. She said she sours on the Republican Party now, claims that the GOP has turned its back on America first. Marjorie Taylor Greene has been publicly disillusioned with the Republican Party. She is accused of abandoning President Trump's America First mantra and reverting to its old neocon ways. Well, we're going to have to see what happens, guys, because she goes, I don't know if the Republican Party is leaving me or if I'm kind of not relating to the Republican Party as much anymore. I don't know which one it is. What do you guys think in chat? Tell me what you guys think of Marjorie Taylor Greene now. Yes, she did, Paula. She said that Jasmine Cockroaches Crockett brought the term ghetto politics to light. She absolutely has. Trump should send U.S. Marshals to escort the Texas Rangers to return them. Wouldn't that be great? That would be awesome. I want to see this. I want to see some Democrats actually being held accountable. And hey, if we have to start in Texas and work our way to D.C., I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with that. But what do you guys think about Marjorie Taylor Greene? Leave me some comments in there to see what you guys think. But we're going to move on to another worthless piece of shit, and that is the Mamdani wins. If Mamdani wins New York, here's how the 2028 presidential election will go. And I'm going to let you listen first to Bill Maher and what he thinks how the 2028 election is going to go. And you know Bill Maher was never a fan of Trump, right? But listen to this.
New York is New York. It's definitely it's the media capital, the financial capital. It is a bellwether like no other city is in this country. So don't tell me that who the mayor of New York is doesn't matter.
Let me play devil's advocate for a second. Do you think, let's say, on the seize the means of production, do you think that the mayor, that one person, if he is a democratic socialist, do you think that he would have the power and influence to be able to, usher in socialism?
He definitely has the power and influence to elect J.D. Vance or whoever is the Republican candidate next time. It is a walking commercial for the Republican Party nationally.
The Republicans are going to...
When you let the Democrat socialists And now they're actually calling themselves socialists. When you let them take over a major American city, this is what you get. The state-run grocery stores, which worked so well in Cuba and the Soviet Union and Venezuela, just bad ideas. And again, this ugly streak, streak of anti-Semitism.
Who's the most popular politician on the left?
AOC? I don't know.
One of, but who's, you know, Bernie is, Bernie is, I mean, he's not a capitalist, you know?
No, he's not. And he's also not president.
He's not, but
never would be.
But neither is Mamdani.
No, but he will, trust me, he will be featured in the campaign commercials.
They're going to feature people. They boogeyman everybody.
Yeah, but you don't have to boogeyman him. He does it to himself.
But they'll do it regardless. Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, but
they make anybody into boogeyman.
It has.
I think it was
just have more weight when it's real. I mean, when you can really show it.
That's exactly what's going to happen, guys. If he wins, you can almost guarantee, and I hope it does. I want J.D. Vance as the next president. He's doing a great job right now. You don't hear a lot out of him, but if you look around, you can look at a lot of places he's going, things he's doing, and it's definitely a win-win if we can get him in there. What is this one? All right, this last one, guys. This is a cousin of a Hamas hostage. This footage looks like the dark days of 1940. Is it real? And this is what we've got to remember, guys. AI is something awesome. You can do shit, and we've seen it happen on a lot of different things. But the problem with this is you don't know what to believe anymore. But take a look at they're saying this is a supposable hostage that are terrorists, what these Democrats are trying to protect. And all these idiots out there pro-Hamas deal and pro-Palestine are trying to protect. Take a look.
2 new propaganda videos showing emaciated Israeli hostages in Gaza have outraged Israelis, triggering fresh calls for their release. Palestinian Islamic Jihad posted the video of 22-year-old Ram Bruslovsky last week before Hamas released video of 24-year-old Aviatar David. The images came as U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff visited Israel and the Gaza Strip. In a leaked audio recording of Saturday's meeting with hostages' families, the diplomat signaled a new approach to long-stalled ceasefire negotiations with Hamas.
No peace, no deals. Now we think that we have to shift this negotiation to all or nothing. Everybody comes home.
But Aviatar's brother Ile, who met with Witkoff at the meeting, told me his brother is running out of time.
If that is true, and we've seen so many fake stuff, I really feel sorry for this guy. But you cannot negotiate with terrorists. This is what kind of stuff happens if it's truly they're starving this guy to death and they pick out the healthiest one and they show this. This is propaganda for the terrorists, and this is what they do. They lie. As simple as that. So I hope it's not true, but the only time's going to tell for that. That's the only time I ever want to show anything like that. But guys, yeah, we got a lot. John makes sense on these Democrats. He said, we all know the Democrat spouses know where they are staying. Why can't they be arrested them for aiding and abetting and put their kids in child protective services? I think that would get the point across. You damn straight. That's the same because they are felony charges. Abbott brought that up. We brought that up yesterday. So some people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, I'm getting, and some people do not. I'm kind of I did like her up until a couple weeks ago when she started this leaning to the left a little bit there, and I'm not liking that too much. Oh, Mark just said she is considering leaving the Republican Party. Oh my God, that will throw it right over the edge if she does. It is inherently dangerous to send boomer boats to threaten Russia. That's what the neocons want. Exactly, Lex. No, Russia only knows one thing, and that's full out straight force. Period. And we have no other way to do it but that. All right, guys, that is it for tonight's article. Man, we got through this. I did not think I would make it again, but we did. So let's get on with our disaster factor tip of the day.
Earthquakes can strike without warning. Here are 5 things you can do to stay safe. Tip 1. Drop, cover, and hold on. If you're indoors, drop to the ground, cover your head and neck with your arms and hold on to a sturdy object. Tip 2. Stay away from windows. Windows can shatter during an earthquake, so stay away from them. Tip 3. Evacuate safely. If you're outdoors, move away from buildings and trees. If you're in a crowded area, evacuate calmly and orderly. Tip 4. Be prepared. Have an emergency kit ready with essential supplies like water, food, a first aid kit, and a flashlight. Tip 5. Stay informed. Follow official emergency alerts and instructions.
That's pretty good tips right there, guys. That's your disaster factor tip of the day. And I tell you what, Lex just gave us what could be a good tip for you guys to remember. A Boston Robotics dog can silently enter your home and end you silently. That's a good tip right there, guys. Keep your ears open for a robotic dog or anything robotic entering your house. You better get some like laser beam alarms and stuff, because they can't beat that. But that's, where's my screwdriver? Are we talking one with vodka in it, Paula? Or are we talking a tool? Or they both could be a tool. I like the one with the vodka. That's my kind of screwdriver. But I like my tools too. So there you go. All right. Pat. I didn't see Pat. Pat's here. Pat's everybody. Pat's here in the house. Okay. All right, guys. I got you this one. This one came above everyone's today because Eric Von Zipper sent me this today. And I don't know if he wanted me to show this or not. I don't care. It's going to be shown because I about fell off my chair when I watched this. And I'm going to apologize to the ladies right now out there, but this is funny. I loved that. That was so freaking nasty and funny at the same time. Thank you for that, Eric Von Zipper and X. That was just freaking, oh my God. That was just crazy right there. Oh, man. All right, let's see. Let's get this off here. What else we got here tonight? We got something else here. What do we got? Oh, we got Johnny Carson here. What else we got? Looks like Dean Martin, somebody else. Let's take a listen to this.
Well and everything, and I should say something nice, yeah. You have been wonderful to Dean and I all the time, and especially this show. If you've liked it, and you like Dean and I and what we did, we'd appreciate it if you'd send us both a couple of dollars.
Oh, God. Send us a couple of dollars. We get paid for this.
Yeah?
We give most of it away, but we get paid for this.
No, but
You shouldn't insult me like that.
Well, I just asked.
Well, don't do a thing like that. Apologize.
Apologize?
We're certain you.
Well, I just said that
But don't just say it. Apologize. $2, you ought to be out of your nitwit. What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm awfully sorry, and I can understand how Dean feels, and due to the fact that he doesn't want any money, send just $1 for me.
Oh.
So until we see you again, on behalf of
Dino Crosetti
and Joseph Levitch, we thank you so much. Good night, and God bless you.
That's Jerry Lewis. That wasn't Johnny Carson. I don't know where they come up with that title they put on there. They're funny right there. I love Jerry Lewis. That's great right there. Okay. What else we got in here? Oh, well, wait till you see this one. It was, Marianne. That was funny. This is called a KFC snitch. Take a look.
Honey, I ain't a snitch.
All right, bring it in.
All right, it was Tyrone, Jamal, and DeMarcus.
Short but funny right there. Oh my God. Okay. I probably got enough videos here. The Thursday, we know what Thursday is, guys. We got 3 of them we're going to have. See who can guess. Throwback Thursday. And that's not for another 2 days, but tomorrow I should have enough videos for tomorrow, so we'll see. Here's baby Walter and baby Jeff.
So your wife's in town? Oh, yeah. She having a good time? She always has a good time. Good. Pisses me off. She's a lovely lady. She's getting old. Well, women age like fine wine. She's aging like milk. you guys get another argument this morning? Yeah, what happened? I don't know. She rolled out of bed, jumped on her menstrual cycle, and ran my ass over. Never heard it put quite that way before. Oh, it even has a sound. It goes nag, 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 ditch, ditch, ditch.
Well, there goes Facebook again. Censoring my videos. Happens all the time. And probably over that Jeff Dunham one, and it wasn't even their video. That pisses me off every time we turn around. All right, what do we got? We got to do, we got a Bigfoot. What do we got here? We got a Bigfoot. Yeah, Bigfoot is having a bad day.
If you're having a bad day, just remember, life is like a wiener. Sometimes it gets hard for no reason, but it won't stay hard forever.
That's a good tip right there, guy. Don't you guys love that? Okay. See what else we got going on here. Let me go back down to the bottom here. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff here, so let me see what we got here. Nope, we're going to go back up to the top. What's I don't know why that one's here, but that said, but this was from Eric Von Zipper also, but it shouldn't be where it's at. But let's listen to this one.
Oh my God.
That was funny. Thank you, Eric Von Zipper, for that one. That was awesome. I had it in the wrong spot. It's down there with the Throwback Thursday the video clips that I have. But that was funny. That's exactly what the view looks like, too. Don't forget about Throwback Thursday, guys. It's going to be awesome. I got a lot of great videos. We just got to pick ones from them and see which one we're going to use. What do we got here? Oh, you're right there, Paula. Them some bitches do that constantly. And I'm always, even with YouTube, I'm always having to cut out some of my video, some songs or something like that, because they want to censor that, or it doesn't matter. One of these funny videos, they keep doing that constantly. And everything's protected under the fair use notice, and they still want to do that stuff. If those people don't want their videos being used, there's a place to block them where you can't download them. So mark them. If you don't, it's free game. Dumbasses. They just want to be able to censor us. Alfred just popped in there, guys, in Wimpkin. You guys in Getter can't see him. If you were in Wimpkin, you could see him, guys. Oh, yes, you could. That's what tongues are for. Oops, did I say that? Oh, shit. Oh, I just read that and I shouldn't have. All right. What else we got? We got time for a couple more here. We do. You know what? We're going to listen to a song here. And this is only about a minute of this song because this song is really long. And I like this song. It would take you back in the day, but let's listen to a little piece of Hotel California. Everybody had to love the Eagles whenever they were younger, or if you listen to their songs. Great songs, great song. I love that song. It's one of my favorites from them. What up, Lee? Lee's in the house, everybody. Give Lee a shout out. He's late, but at least he made it. That's all matters. All right, there's one good song right there. All right. Did I get that out of the way? Hey, what about Archie Bunker? You want to listen to Archie Bunker? This will put us over the limit, so let's do that. Archie Bunker gets robbed. That's funny right there. Bummer. Yeah, I like that. Hi, Gregory. That was funny. Mr. Bummer. Yeah, you got to like Archie, guys. If you guys up in the age, my age or older or something, maybe a little bit younger. You guys would know Archie Bunker and Edith. Oh, yeah. Now I don't like Meathead. Meathead used to be funny back in those days, and then he went woke, and no, can't stand that anymore. So, okay, guys, thank you for tuning in tonight. I appreciate it. Time goes too fast, but we got through everything. We got to have some fun with some funny videos. We're going to have more fun video, and I got a lineup tomorrow, guys, that's through the roof already. My inbox is like overflowing, and we're going to have a lot of stuff to go over. You're not going to want to miss it. There's a lot of stuff happening. You guys are going to want to hear it. So I'm going to try to get an ad out. I don't know if I'm going to have time or not. I'm going to have to get up real early or run it real late. So, but I will be here sometime tomorrow between everything that I got to do and try to get things done. So thank you again for tuning in, guys. And I'm going to leave you with this. As we close out tonight's show, I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. It's because of you that the Conservative Viewpoint continues to be a destination for those who seek the truth and honest conversation. We've tackled some of the most pressing issues of our time, from the unprecedented actions against the former president, or the president now, to the latest developments in political dramas that continues to unfold. Remember, a well-informed citizenry is the bedrock of a strong republic. Keep asking questions, keep seeking the truth, and never stop demanding accountability for those in power. Join me again tomorrow night as we continue to shine a light on the stories that matter most to you and I. So until then, I'm your host, Charlie, and this has been the Conservative Viewpoint. Good night. God bless. I'll see you back here live tomorrow night, 9 p.m., right after none other than the Rebel Chick with a Cause, which starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys. Until then, like always, have a great rest of your evening, guys, and I will see you back here live tomorrow. Night, everyone.